Hi, my name is Marianne. I'm responding to question number 8 from Sadie, which was, how do you let a friend know that they're being annoying and communicating with you too much without hurting their feelings? Sadie, I think that's a great question, and I actually did some research on it and then research from my own stuff that I read in conflict analysis. What I came across was that the first step is labeling the problem, and I think you've done a great job in doing that, and that they're communicating with you too much. And I think to further that, you just need to identify when is it that they're communicating with you too much, and how are they communicating with you. So is it when you're in class or when the teacher's teaching and they're communicating with you, or is it when you're at home and you're with your family and they're communicating with you and that's not when you want it? But clearly identify when they're communicating with you and how, via in person, on the phone, just to really identify what it is that's bugging you about this communication. And after that, just consider the other person. A lot of people don't know that they're being annoying, and a lot of people have different habits that they're just not aware of themselves. I know that I have habits people think are annoying, and I wouldn't have known that unless someone told me. But really consider why they're communicating with you more than you would like, whether they're new to the area or if they're just looking for another friend, but just different things to consider. What we're studying in my class for peace education is a book by Ken Robinson called Out of Our Minds, and it's all about the creativity aspect in peace. So just there's so much out there that you can do when you have creative options. So basically what Ken Robinson says in our reading is that when you first think of creativity, you can think of any crazy idea that comes to your mind and think of ways that you can solve the solution or solve the problem to come to a solution in a different way than usual. And then think about how to judge that. So if your first idea isn't that great, you can go to your second one and think of ways to improve it. But a good solution would be, or a good example I guess would be, my roommate leaves trash a lot of the places and isn't really aware, so I brought in a trash can and I was like, hey, we can throw our trash away in this trash can together. So I led by example versus confronting her about the issue. However, I think it's really good to have communication, and so definitely you need to talk with the person and talk to them about how you're feeling, and it's really important to talk to them in a way that they don't feel like they're being embarrassed. So I would definitely think how would you want to be told that you're being annoying, and then talk to them one-on-one and maybe use an I statement. So since you've already labeled what it is that's bugging you, you could say, I feel that when you communicate with me when the teacher is speaking, that it's hurting my education, or it's hurting my teacher's feelings, something else. And I would prefer that you would wait for the teacher to stop teaching. So you can say, I feel, and then you say blank, and then your next step is when you do this, so label the action. I feel that, so you feel annoyed when they do blank, and I would prefer if they did something else. So you have your first, I feel, then when they label what they're doing, and then label a solution. So having in mind how you want to be communicated with would be really great when you're talking with them. And the final thing just to keep in mind is that patience is a virtue, and that changing someone's habits is going to take a little bit longer than just right off the bat. So if they're really great at first and then they start forgetting, just remind them one-on-one again, hey, I know we talked about it a little while ago, but remember, I feel when you do this, I would prefer if you did this. So just having those statements and being patient with the other person. I hope this helps. And I have a question for you. I work with students now, and some people are really excited to do different activities, and then there's not a lot of interest from others. So how would you solve that conflict in getting the whole class involved in something and excited about something? All right, thank you.